Hey, this is Lisa Christie from K-Star Country, and you're tuned in to the BadTruth podcast.
From the distinguished Yellow Dog Studios in the heart of Wimberley, Texas, you're listening to the BadTruth podcast with your hosts, Michael and Adam.
Hi, Michael.
What's going on, dude? Hey, good news.
What's that?
Another Midnight Rodeo shut down.
Dude, Amarillo.
It's working.
Bye.
BadTruth is working.
BadTruth fake venues. You know somebody else is going to buy it.
Have you played there before?
Oh, yes. I've played at that. I wouldn't really call that a stage.
Would you keep your pin with your name on it from working there? Would you keep that, or you have to give that back?
I think you have to give it back.
Dude, back in the day, we would play that place. When I mean back in the day, I'm talking like mid-2000s.
Yeah.
We would play a random night, because that was always a filler date on the way to somewhere better.
Yeah.
And so we would play there, and there would be a line wrapped around the building. And then like 3 months later, we're back.
Nobody's there.
Yeah, it was the most unreliable city. Like, you can't ever build traction there. It's a crapshoot of when people are going to show up to this place.
No. Well, it's Amarillo, so.
Yeah, that's the one where the DJ will actually play a song from the band that's going to be playing that night.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah. In the NASCAR dancing area, what's that called? The dance floor.
The dance floor. Go in the circle, left-hand turn.
You get some artists, I don't want this rail. I want to be close to my fans. Can we move the rail? Because they got that stupid fence in front of the stage with like the really, really bad casino carpet in there.
Again,
where do you find that carpet?
You said stage. I wouldn't call that a stage.
I feel sorry for the local Miller Pro dudes. That's one less venue they can bring their stuff to.
Yeah. Sad day.
Is it sad?
No, it's not sad.
No. So where else do you play in Amarillo? Like Hoots now?
Now it's got to be Hoots.
Is Hoots still smoking?
I'm trying to think. I played there last December.
It is.
Wait.
What was that?
What was that? Do we have a guest?
I'm here.
Oh, man.
Oh, damn.
Why are we doing guest all the time now?
That's our thing, dude.
We have a guitar player / band leader. And coincidentally, that's what we going to be talking about.
Yeah. Guitar playing?
No. We haven't done one on band leader, so this is it. This is the band leader episode.
We're doing this.
Are you talking into your mic?
Yeah, I think so, right?
I need to turn you up.
Yeah.
All right, we're turning him up. What are you doing?
I'm turning him up.
Right.
Look at that.
All right,
there we go.
See, right now, cue theme song.
Have you been a band leader before, Adam?
Have I been paid and treated like a band leader? No. Have I been band leader? I think I have been.
By default?
By default of, have you listened to this? This is how it goes.
So we have Nick Gardner. Hi, Nick.
Hi.
That's Gardner. Do you have a garden, by the way?
I'm not even going to respond to
Do you have like what's the name of a garden tool?
A hoe?
Yeah. You have a hoe?
Sure.
Not in town. Hey-o! All right. Adam, you have any hoes?
No.
It's a garden tool.
I know.
Get out of the gutter.
I don't. I've got rakes and shovels.
All right. Is there a strip club in Wimberley?
No.
Okay. All right. Band leading. We're here with Nick Gardner. Not a gardener.
No.
Right. Just a guitar player. All right.
He's going to run with this.
I'm running with it. All right. So, I've been a band leader. You've been a band leader.
Yeah, for almost like 10 years at this point in a couple different projects.
Unbelievable. Well, you went to a music school, and graduated from there, which is rare.
No, I didn't graduate.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
I was actually just talking about this today. I was like 16 credits short. Yeah.
So what are you waiting for?
It's a waste of time.
It is, isn't it? Well, okay, so you went to Berkeley.
I did. Yeah.
In Boston.
Uh-huh.
How was Boston your first winter?
It was, I was more surprised that they wouldn't cancel school even if we had like 45 inches of snow. Like you'd be walking to school and people are just falling on each other, and it's like, sorry, because in the Midwest, or in Texas, it's like there's a patch of ice and just.
Do those Apple earbuds keep your ears warm? Because everyone in Boston has those things in.
They started stealing. People would start stealing from people. They would like ride their bike by and rip them out of their ears.
So you got to get the generic ones.
Yeah.
Because the Apple ones were so great.
Yeah.
Well, that's how they knew you had an iPhone. So if you had one that weren't those, then they would, I don't want that. I think the trend's changing now. Now they do want like the the Google type phone. Yeah, they want the Droids now. All right. All right, so back to... Dude, where are we off again?
We're going off. Hey, real quick, what is a band leader?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You have the unfortunate responsibility of making sure that the band is playing the songs right, for one, and that you have players that can play the songs.
Are you in charge of hiring and firing, do you think?
Well, I think it goes with... it's ultimately the artist, this final decision, but you have to convince them, which comes to my first point that I actually wrote on my piece of paper. The boss whisperer.
I was just about to say that.
You have to whisper the boss. You have to convince him to do the right thing, because they always try to do the wrong thing. So it's a struggle as a band leader to try to convince them that he doesn't know what he's doing. You have to like fix it for him. That's a tough skill right there. Not a lot of people can be the boss whisperer.
We were in a band together where I was the band leader, T-Bay and I, and he would call me the boss whisperer at certain moments.
Yeah.
Because a bad decision would be made, and then I'd kind of, hey, we should probably do this, and then like over a week or so, my decision would seep in, and I'd...
It takes a while. They don't want to admit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it becomes the boss's idea.
Exactly, yeah. It has to be...
Yeah, I think it's like 2 weeks to a month at least before the boss thinks it's enough time to where they can say what you just said, and then it becomes their idea. And you're like, and then you go, as a true professional boss whisperer goes, that is an awesome decision, boss. That's a great... I think you're right, man. We should do that.
Hey, Michael, earmuffs real quick. How hard was it being in a band with Michael?
Oh, I love T-Bay. That's all.
I couldn't be more convincing than that.
Crickets.
Dude, I've tried to rescue and help many a band. I've had artists...
You're the band rescuer.
Yeah. Call me. Band rescue.
Call me.
That's actually a really good, your catchphrase. I like that. Band rescuer. Because you kind of did come in and help me out and help, in this band that I'm talking about.
Yeah, because my jaw was dropped playing with these. Once I left PG, it's like, oh my God, is this how it is out here? We're running around with scissors. I mean, we're doing... It's like it's out of control.
It's a scary world.
What is going on with these bands? And thinking that they're doing things the right way, but they're not. And then you try to tell them, and they get mad. They get upset with you. All right. So let's go back to this bass whispering. I think to me, the hardest thing about bass whispering, boss whispering, is trying to convince the boss man that this cover tune sucks. And we really should not play this tune. Nick, can you think of a cover tune that you've had to... See, what you have to do is you have to say yes. As a band leader, you always say yes.
And that's my thing. And I hate when guys get very negative. I'm like, you should always be open to the boss's idea. Yeah, sure, let's try this out. But
that's what you're getting paid for. You're getting paid to say yes.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's a lot of times things will work themselves out. Like if it's a really bad cover tune, you do it for 3 weeks.
Name me a bad cover tune that you had to play. I'll tell you one I had to play.
Okay.
Raspberry Beret.
Wow, who did that?
PG.
No.
Yeah, he sang his ass off. It sounded just like the cover tune, which is how I don't like covers to sound. That's my whole other thing. But yeah, that was one where I thought, we're not playing this. Are we really playing? Yeah, we played that.
How long?
Probably for it takes a couple weeks before the boss figures out this isn't the song. But that's the whole point Nick's saying. Is that's what you have to do. You have to say yes, accommodate, and just wait. You got to wait that they come to their own decision. Yeah. But if you nay them all the time, then they're
going to nay you.
Exactly.
Out the door.
And you're that annoying guy who's just constantly, the boss is trying to live his life and you're just,
Yeah, you're in his ear saying no. Yeah. So you have to say yes first. But you didn't give me a song?
I'll say this one because I know John was on this show and you guys talked about it. Drive My Life Away was a funny one.
Driving my crowd away.
But John even admitted we were like, yeah, we shouldn't be doing this. But at the time, we were just trying to get people to listen to us play. So it made
we don't
sense.
have a lot of songs.
Yeah. And this was
you have to do covers.
This was 2 years ago.
Play your record twice. Can you?
Is this the Josh Blockman gig?
I bet we played that song on a Josh Blockman gig, yeah.
All right, here's another situation. What do you do when the artist wants to change the recorded version unnecessarily? Don't cough over there.
Hey, I'm coughing over here.
You turned your head when you coughed. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, well.
I think that's a really tough one because sometimes it calls for that. You know, if the record was recorded 10 years ago or 8 years ago and it was not very well produced, and then you kind of go, well, how can we make this sound better live? But sometimes I think it's inappropriate, you know, to change. It really depends on the record or the song to me.
Yeah, some of them like to change things. I feel like when they want to change something, it's because they didn't record it. Like they didn't actually play the chords anymore, how they wrote it. And so they can't play it, the recorded version. We've talked about this, Adam.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
And so they want you to play it how they can play it.
Vocal melody is a big one too. Like they change that after a while. And it's like, man, just because I know it's hard, but you got to practice that. Because especially if people like the tune, they come see you. I know this personally. Like when I see a band who changes the melody of the song, I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, that kills the background singers.
Yeah.
Because then the background singers don't know what to sing.
Yep. Harmony singers are looking over like
even the bass player singers that pretend to be singing.
Yeah.
Those guys don't know how to pretend to do it a different way. All right. So when you're band leading, how much control do you think you actually have?
It's varied from band to band.
Like we already talked about hiring and firing. Probably not so much, but maybe maybe someone quits. You might have a say-so who you want to audition.
Yeah, I think so. I think it varies from band to band. Like certain bands, it's been easier to just kind of take the reins on that and say, trust me, you know, and kind of handpick my guys and say, this is working, this isn't working.
Trust is earned though, Nick.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I think.
What about you? Like with your experience?
I wouldn't necessarily say this guy's got to go.
Yeah.
Because I think that should be the artist. But I think most people will either hang themselves either by their playing. You don't want to make the mistake of hiring someone who can't play.
Right.
Because that's just unforgivable. If you're the band leader and you got a guy who just can't play the tunes, then that's what you don't want. Hopefully everyone that you hire can play at a certain level. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Like everyone can play at a certain level. So that's usually not the problem you'll have with band guys. It's usually
the hang. Yeah.
Well, I mean, people always talk about, oh, this guy's not cool to hang out. Who cares?
Well,
the problem is, look, is he an asshole? Is he late? Is his gear breaking down all the time? Is he doing stuff to embarrass the band or getting himself in trouble?
Right.
Those are things. Is a guy drinking all the time and it's a problem, or doing drugs? Then you have a problem, and then that's something you need to discuss. But usually, hopefully, the playing should be, at least everyone should be at a certain level.
Yeah, I think of it as like, okay, that's the first step. They've got to be at a certain level, and then I think I said hang is all encompassing for that. Do they have a drug problem? Are they late? Are they broke all the time? Is there weird lying going? Stuff like that.
Yeah, they're asking for money before the gigs.
Are they a headache? Yeah, just
some guys don't understand how the road works, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't know when you're supposed to be in the van or the bus. They're always late. Yeah, those guys. They don't tip. My thing is with band guys, when they don't tip, when the venue is giving you free food and you're ordering food and you're just ordering whatever you want, whatever the menu is.
Yeah.
And then the guys don't tip at all. I don't appreciate that.
Yeah. Throw a couple bucks in. Come on.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you couple bucks.
I've been without cash and done that before.
I always drop a
usually
five.
We'll go
always drop a five.
I'll go buy a drink so I can swipe, and tip on my card.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys are like, oh, sorry, I don't have cash. And that's annoying too if you have to cover for the band to tip everything.
All right, here's a next level question on band guys. Okay. What happens when the magnifying glass gets bigger? I.e., the band gets a little bigger, people are starting to look at them a little bit more closely, more attention, things are moving. And now the level that you started with musically with the band, they're not growing with the band. Now you have a problem now you have maybe a guy or two who's not getting better with the rest of the guys getting better. And then the magnifying gets on people. Then it gets uncomfortable. I've had to have this talk with Adam before.
Yeah. Sorry.
I know.
One day I'm going to go back to school.
You go take some more harmony lessons.
Yeah.
The Berkeley harmony lessons.
Oh man.
That's a tough one too. All right. Let's move to auditions. That's like the worst band leading job of all time. Calling people, trying to schedule, giving them songs, and then the boss guy's like, why'd you give them that song? Why don't you give them this song? Or like, I don't want to do that song. And you're like, or the boss guy doesn't even want to show up.
Yeah. Or the day before, they're like, actually, you should tell them this song. I'm like, well, okay, sure.
What do you think's a fair amount of songs for an audition? You'll know after the first song, but what do you feel like you have to do? I
usually like to do like 4 or 5. If it's going that road of auditioning, not like we're bringing you out to see what happens, you know, because
that's
some people
a scary
just
audition. That's the lazy one where they don't want to take the time or they don't want to pay guys to do that audition. They're already in the band. And then the guys are like, we're already making nothing. And now we got to sit here at sound check all day and make nothing.
Yeah.
And they go, I'll get you guys something to eat afterwards. Hey, I got to go. I got to meet the wife. And I'll catch you guys next time. Then you got that going on. But I think 4 is good.
Yeah, I was going to say 4 because like that gives you a chance to see some different sides of the plant. It also depends on instrument too, really. You know, like there might be a guitar part on one song that you need to hear or a tone on another, you know, so you need at least a couple of different sides. But I think you're right. Usually you know by the first song, in my opinion. Yeah.
Do you feel that you should do the other 3 songs anyway, even though you know the first song's not it, just to for out of respect that the guy at least showed up?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, what are you going to say? Like, cool, you're out. Especially, you know, that's pretty awkward.
I know. It is awkward. Like you say, hey man, you want a rebate?
Sorry, Michael.
You want a rebate on this song, or do you want to move along?
Sorry, Michael, but we needed a gospel bass player.
Yeah. Do you have a 5-string active?
Oh man, round wounds.
Yeah. Round wounds. Who plays round wounds anymore?
Here's a question for the band leader.
Once you go flat, Adam. Once you go flat,
yes. So is it your job to keep like up with maybe a set of board tapes or something to have in case that inevitable time happens where you need to have a fill-in guy, you can at least have like the classic, oh man, can you come fill this in? Here's how we do these songs.
Yeah. You think that's the band leader's responsibility?
Well, that's what I'm asking, is it?
I think it is, yeah. I mean, maybe not talking money with the guy or whatever, but being in charge of getting this is the set, it's going to be 75 minutes or whatever.
And these arrangements of it, not the record arrangements, which is always the classic.
It's a lot of work being a band leader, doing an audition, setting up an audition.
Yeah. Or a fill-in too is kind of a pain because I just had to do that like 2 weeks ago, and I'm sending an email. Okay, this one you got to listen to this version, not this one. Here's the Dropbox, you know, that thing.
Yeah.
And,
I feel like you shouldn't talk money because that's not your place.
No.
But some band leaders they will discuss the money. Hey, this is what this gig pays. I don't think that's right.
I've always been on that side of like I'm not the one paying for this, so you got to defer to the boss man.
Yeah, but I mean, so yeah, you have to go to the front of house guy, the local guy, wherever you're at, and hopefully he has something he can record, and hopefully his mix is okay, and then you have to, and then you have to put that on Dropbox.
Yeah, it's a pain.
And then when the boss man keeps changing the songs around and the arrangements, and then that guy has a live record, so you have to constantly keep updating the current live set for whoever's going to be subbing or for a new guy.
Yeah, I had that happen like 2 weeks ago. This drummer did this stop, and I was like mid-set, and I was like, oh yeah, we used to do that. We don't anymore. And I forgot to like send him the, you know.
the version without the stop.
I'm like, oh well, whatever.
How much more money do you think a band leader should make than the rest of the band? Or do you think a band leader should make any more money?
I think they should make more money.
Like what, like $25 more, $50 more? What do you think?
Well, I think it depends on like what the base pay probably, you know, but yeah, 25 to 50 more a show, maybe.
Have you ever been responsible for...
Don't hold me to that. I don't know.
Dude, it's on tape now.
Yeah.
It's on ones and zeros, actually. Actually, are we doing this on 2-inch tape?
Yeah, I wish. No.
Are we going to put this on vinyl? Put these podcasts out on vinyl?
We're going to do a best of on vinyl.
Dude, Bad Truth Podcast best of on vinyl, dude.
That'll be fantastic.
Can it be gold?
Oh, yeah.
Gold vinyl?
I'm going to say yes.
All right. Or platinum. Do they make platinum?
Well, like we could spray paint it platinum. Get your platinum. Bad Truth went platinum.
All right. Are you responsible for set lists?
I write them, which might be like more of a crew guy job, but no, I have input. But in this band,
Because their instrument changes, there's key changes in their songs that the singer may not want to sing back to back.
Yeah, so it's more collaborative. John will kind of write them, but I might say, hey, we can't do this because drummer has to change to brushes here, and you want it to be a quick transition stuff. So yeah, it's a two-man operation on.
Or what about doing it? Okay, set list is one thing, but as a band leader, sometimes the artist is clueless or doesn't have a lot of ideas, and he leans on the band leader to put a show together. A show is different than a set list.
Yes,
definitely.
Because now you have, I like to call it gazintus.
Gazintas.
Yeah, exactly. Like where you want to run two songs together, or you want like a short stop, not a long stop. This is a clean break where we talk.
Yeah.
And some guys like to map all that out. And you have to go through and find out who's doing what on one instrument and when can we do all.
It gets pretty complicated.
And you have to put a show together, and sometimes you might need more musical stuff than the songs to do it.
And sometimes it doesn't work. You think it's a really cool idea, and then you go try it, and it's like, oh, that transition was terrible, or this was awkward, or that key change was too much. And
too Branson-y.
Yeah.
All right. What?
A friend of mine left South Plains College to go play in Branson.
It's like the cruise ship that never goes anywhere, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
golf every day.
It's a country music graveyard is what it is. That's what Branson is now.
You golf and take pills.
Man. Yep, putting a show together is kind of tough. It's tough.
I've gone that route, though, of like doing brackets and stuff on the set list and lines. Okay, this is where you're going to talk. Okay, this song is going to go straight into that transition. Yeah, and I think it's a good exercise in making the band better.
Yeah, but it's never lasting, though. It's always going to be changing it. You just have
That's
to
the problem.
You're always tweaking it till you find the right thing. Hopefully before the next record comes out.
Right.
I don't know. All right, let's move on to other things. Okay, now this is a touchy one here.
Uh-oh.
As band leader goes, when you have somebody making mistakes and they can't we've talked about this, Adam, self-correcting.
Self-correcting, yep.
When somebody's hearing something wrong, see, when you're band leader, you have to have everyone in your mix. You got to be able to hear everybody playing. And it's a distraction because now you're playing your parts. You can't mess up because you're the leader. But then you also have to do a show, and then you also have to hear everybody else. Sometimes it's hard to hear what everybody else is doing. But you hear that one guy, and he's making a mistake. He's actually playing something. So there's the two things. The guy who's actually playing something wrong every night that you just heard because you didn't notice it before. And then you got the guy who's starting to make mistakes. And now you have to find out, why is this guy blowing it now when he was playing it fine? Now he's having trouble. What's the deal? All right, so let's go to the first one is you hear someone playing something wrong. Do you immediately go, when do you tell them?
I think context is important. Like it might just, mistakes happen, but if it becomes like a every night thing, or like it happens in certain venues, or when it's like,
this is the guy who's playing something wrong. You didn't notice before that he's
playing something.
Yeah, that's the first example is the guy's been playing.
Gotcha.
He's playing a wrong chord, or he's not changing in the right beat.
Oh, okay. I will.
Well, that's usually the boss.
Yeah. And that one's tricky too, because you're walking on.
All right, guys, we're following the boss now.
Yeah. You're walking on broken glass on that one. Yeah. I usually go back and make sure that I'm right first. If I hear something wrong, like go back and listen to whatever we based our song off. Listen to it, make sure I'm right, and then approach it. And I feel like it's usually going to people usually get defensive, which is unfortunate. But
I remember. No, I'm just
well, no, because you're calling someone out and you're saying, "Hey, I think this is wrong," and they got to go.
Well, you don't call them out in front of everybody.
No,
it's one-on-one time, right? See me after class time.
Yeah, no,
don't make a big deal about it. Hey, it's just between me and you. You might want to go listen to that part again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 4-chord.
Oh man,
that's a major, not a minor. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
All right, so now. The guy who's starting to make mistakes. The magnifying glass is getting bigger again. I'm setting the scene here.
Okay.
So magnifying glass is getting bigger.
How big's the venues now?
You're playing listening venues.
Ooh,
they're getting bigger now. Or you're opening up for a bigger band, so there's a big crowd there now. And those guys are on the side of the stage with the arms crossed. Let's check out this band, right?
The crowd hates you.
Now you got a dude in the band that's starting to drop bombs. Bass bombs, drum bombs. guitar bombs even. Now what do you do?
Well, I think that's one I sit with it for, because everyone has a bad show now and again, and like, okay, is this a common theme I'm starting to see here? Like every time we play a big show, this person's just losing it.
Red light syndrome?
Yeah. But I think that deserves a talk, and just kind of
another see me after class talk.
Yeah, or
where do you do a see me after class talk? Like the back. Hey, you guys stay up in the front of the van. Us two are going to go in the back of the van and talk about some stuff.
Well, usually you can do like
put up a sheet.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, the drummer's rooming with me tonight, guys.
I've done that. I've done that before. Yeah,
switch roommates.
Yeah, I've said like, hey man, I'm gonna,
you tell him that, and then you go to sleep before him.
That's like,
no, dude.
I don't know.
I'm gonna sleep in the van.
You take him down to the hotel lobby over a couple beers, and then you hand him his Greyhound ticket.
Most people, well, this isn't firing. This is just kind of, hey, what's going on, And most people are usually apologetic once you kind of hit them where they need to be,
I want to cut down on the drinking.
Well, they'll just be like, I know, man, it's cool. I'll fix it. And usually it does work.
Have you ever had to tell a band, all right, guys, we can't drink before shows anymore because when you guys drink, it doesn't. We sound like shit. If you don't believe me, listen to this board tape. Go to the Dropbox.
I probably should have, but I haven't. Maybe like an individual person, like you need to chill.
What about the guy go, hey man, I just have to have a couple to relax before I play. I just can't get up there cold, and you're going like, really? This is your life. You can't do this without that. What happens when we have the fake beer shortage? We've already had the fake gas shortage. What happens when the fake alcohol shortage happens? You can't. You're done. Your music career is over.
Oh yeah.
Never can play again.
Shit.
I would be killing right now, but we can't. I can't drink.
I can't. I'd be fantastic.
Get out of my face with that excuse.
As long as they're getting the job done. If they're not, then you got to address the drinking thing. But I probably, early on, I was probably too naive or young to go into that. But yeah, I probably should have.
Can you tell when someone's on drugs, like real drugs?
I think I'm starting to be able to.
Can you tell now? Like right now, right this second?
Can you see Michael right now?
I was like, wait, what's going on? Okay.
Now here's a question: how do you handle when the guy that continues to fuck up over and over? How do you handle it when he is the elementary school best friend of the singer,
asking for a friend?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh God, what are we going to say to this guy?
The guy that you brought into the band.
I think you just hope you have a good enough relationship with the boss that you can kind of talk to him about it. You know what I mean? Like, but that's a tough one. I don't know.
Hey man, I'll see you. Not in this band, but I'll just see you.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
Man, you're going to be so good in your next band. I don't know. That is a tough one right there. But sometimes you got to do it though.
I know we gotta let you go, but can you still be a groomsman at the wedding?
Oh,
hi-oh.
And I made that mistake too, like early on, just becoming really good. I'm always like good buddies with the band, but like you have to be able to take that hat off and put another hat off, when you're trying to have these conversations. And early on, I'd be best buds with, one of the players who was having issues, and I'm just like, how am I supposed to have this talk with him now? It's weird and awkward, but
because ultimately it's the band is the most important thing, not the players.
Yeah.
It's like a sports team. The team goes on, the players change, right? Mm-hmm. You just got to, that's another thing, like we were talking about earlier, you have to stay up. You got to keep up with the band you're in. Always keep up with the success of the band. The band gets bigger, you better start playing better.
You're always taking us back to soccer.
How'd you know it was soccer? No, Americans play soccer. I'm talking about real football.
Football.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. All right. So we've done one-on-one. Okay. Band meetings. I hate band meetings, but sometimes a band leader will want to have a meeting with the band.
I hate them too, but I think they are necessary sometimes. But I do hate it. Yeah,
it's like the halftime and you're losing, and you got the team in there. We're losing.
Sometimes you get a bunch of people together too, and there might be built up tension, and a band meeting might just bring it all out and make things worse. I've had that happen. Where it was
really band chaos.
Well, just everyone's like, well, now that we're all saying what we feel, this is how and then it just goes into nonsense. But I think they're appropriate.
Pre-alcohol or post-alcohol?
Right. Yeah.
When do you think it's the best time to have a band meeting after a catastrophe?
Not on the road. Like give it a day or two. Let everyone get some sleep.
Not on the road?
Yeah, do it like on a Monday afternoon when everyone's pretty clear-headed.
That's if the whole band lives in the same city.
Yeah,
I never
true.
had that luxury.
No.
Yeah.
I just think on the road, people get irrational. They're tired. They're whatever. And, let's think on this. Let's talk about this.
What about the one guy in the band that always wants to get home for church?
Mike. I've been that guy. You've been that guy.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Aren't we playing church on Sunday?
Yeah, we are playing church. Hey, we're playing church on Sunday. I always go to the bar the night before.
I'm playing in San Antonio. So.
Oh, I'll be home.
Yeah.
Saying no. Okay. All right.
Is that a gig? That's a gig. Is that a road gig? Church gig?
Dude, it's not in Austin. That's a long ways for me to get out there.
Where's it at?
Lake Travis?
Yeah, Lake Travis.
Yeah.
That's a road gig.
Okay. All right. Okay. So also when band leading, this thing comes up. Okay. So you don't have a crew. It's just you and the band guys, right?
Uh-huh.
You're getting into the venue. Do you feel like you are able to assign who gets the load in what and packing up? Like, do you have a system? Like, hey guys, we're all carrying our own stuff, but everybody needs to help carry everything. I mean, what's the deal on that?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that because it kind of streamlines that.
You give everybody like, hey, this is what we're going to set up, guys.
I don't know if I go that black and white with it, unless it's a problem when someone just isn't doing something. I'm like, okay, you're going to be in charge of this now. But that could almost be a road manager thing at this level. But I kind of wear that hat.
Yeah,
so to speak.
A lot of bands don't have the luxury of an extra guy that's doing that, and no one's going to take orders from the merch guy. They might have a band and the merch guy, but no road manager. That ain't happening. Cotton Tech is not telling me what to carry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it helps to put people in charge of stuff,
all
especially when we start carrying actual gear. Like your own snakes and stuff. It's like, all right, we need to kind of coordinate this because this is a lot of stuff.
I think we can go back to episode 1 where Adam, I think it's either 1 or season 1, episode 1, where Adam tells us what a snake is.
Oh yeah.
So if anyone wants to go look at episode 1 or 2, I can't remember which one it is.
That's not something that you hold up into the air and hope it doesn't bite you.
No. All right. So also when you don't have a crew, you have to deal with the local front of house guy.
Yes.
As band leader, that's a tough one. When you're trying to tell this old dude that's been doing shit wrong for 20 years, and you have to tell him this is how we're doing it. This is the order that we're doing sound. First of all, you have to train the band how to sound check properly.
Yeah.
And that takes time. Guys that are noodling.
Oh yeah.
What do you do with that?
When you're on an instrument, raise your hand if you want it, that kind of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't know that. They just,
I always see it's always the damn guitar player. No offense, Nick.
Yeah.
Won't shut up on stage. It's like, hey, dude, is your guitar working? Is it making noise? Yeah. Okay, you're good. Get off the stage.
Leave stage until the lines are
So you feel like you can tell guys, hey, guys, we're getting up there, make sure your shit works, and then get off until we're ready to sound check.
Yeah, I had to talk about it recently when we were doing a pretty high-profile gig. I was like, all right, we're going to run sound check this way. And that
really
was a nice,
shows the band's ass at that point.
Well, this particular gig, the road manager for the band we were opening for was like, sound check is for checking sounds. I don't want to see you guys up there doing a bunch of, and I was like, oh shit, okay.
Who did that?
The headliner.
The headliner was telling y'all how to sound check.
In an email 2 weeks before the gig.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is exerting power right there.
Yes.
That's a power grab.
So
Not only am I road managing my band, I'm road managing your band.
Your band.
So I had to go. It was a good excuse for me to go to the band and say, "Hey, this is how we sound check, and we need to do this from now on. Also on these gigs."
I heard Adam likes to play bass a lot on stage during sound check.
Yeah,
Adam, you confess right now. You want to confess?
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm always playing bass.
Are you doing Noodle Palooza up there?
Well, I do. I've got a volume pedal, and I figured out that I could turn it down, and then I could still play.
I always tell guys, hey, dude, practice at home. This is sound check. This isn't practice. All right. Yeah, that's a tough one, getting guys to sound check. Oh, remember that awesome thing that I taught when you were, when I was in the band with you and about getting off stage when you're as the opener?
I'm all about, I try to set records now with my guys. I'm 3 minutes.
All right, what are we talking about here? We're talking about
getting off stage, yeah.
Getting your gear off. This is episode 1.
What this was
season one, episode one.
Episode
Why
one.
can't opening bands get their gear off stage faster? And this is what this is right here. As band leader, getting everything off the stage with no crew as soon as possible.
Yeah. And that is something that I'll like communicate to a new guy. I'll say, hey, when we open, this is more, not more, but as important as the show. Get your stuff, especially like drummers. I'm like, don't do the cymbal thing. Just start throwing it.
Don't take one cymbal off at a time.
Polish it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like,
It's got to go in properly.
Check the phone, finish the drink.
Yeah, you can break down side stage.
Yeah, it's not very difficult to just get everything off stage immediately.
Yeah. And it really does help. The headliners appreciate it. I think
they'll remember you for that.
Gary Allen's guys.
Oh yeah,
we opened for them.
Friends with those guys.
I think it was like a year ago at Floors. Yeah.
His name's still spelt wrong in the Corpus Christi backstage.
Really? We got our stuff off stage in like 2 minutes and broke it down, got it out of the way, and super.
2 minutes?
Maybe 3. But it was good. We had loaders. We had people throwing stuff off stage.
I would say like 7 minutes is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we don't run our own lines and stuff, so we're just amps. But anyway, I think 2 days later we got another offer at Floors to open another big show, and like you could tell everyone was like, man, these guys are really professional. They're not in the way. They're not ruining
You hear that?
things,
Wow.
You hear that? Band rescue right there. In 7 easy minutes, how to make your band better.
Yep.
Getting your shit off stage as soon as possible.
Yeah.
It
works.
It's not your show.
I'm telling you, it works. Yeah, it is not your show. You're right. Sound check. Be professional and don't make a lot of noise. After the show's over, get off. All right. Do you feel like the band should immediately pack up load into the trailer immediately after the show, or do you want to wait till the other band is done? Where do you feel like you should get it done?
I think it should happen during their set, because there's always a chance if you don't do that, then their crew guys are starting to push, and if your stuff's in the way, that's a problem. So
exactly.
My opinion is like, if you can get it done, get it done. Let's all hang out and have fun. The trailer's packed, that kind of thing.
So no drinking until the trailer door's shut, right?
I haven't enforced that, but I don't know if I want to enforce that.
All right. Oh, it's rapid fire time.
Rapid fire time.
It's Bandleader rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
These are questions. Try to answer them honestly.
Okay.
All right. 45-minute set, 90-minute set.
45.
Really? Damn.
Yeah. That's rock and roll.
That's cheap right there, dude. All right. Kansas or Nebraska?
Kansas.
That was wrong. It was neither.
All right, go on.
What?
I was going to say, there's some cool cities in Kansas. Like Lawrence is pretty cool.
Stay in school.
All
right. Favorite fake venue?
Oh, my gosh.
Think about it. Favorite fake venue?
Like one I have most fun at or something, or just
whatever
general?
you want to just go with it.
Okay. Hanks McKinney.
Oh my God.
And the answer was none.
Oh my God. Backline or own gear?
I like my own gear, but sometimes I'm lazy, and backline's super nice.
Okay, I'm getting the pattern here. All
Okay.
right. Sleeping in or church gig on Sunday?
Church gig.
Really? All right. I'm definitely getting a pattern here.
What is all right? Cool.
Wait till I'm done. Fly date or a 10-hour drive home?
I mean, I would prefer the fly date. It just doesn't happen. But yeah.
Okay. You rather take the fly date to a show and back than drive 10 hours on the way home?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this kind of goes with that one. Drop the boss at the airport or ride back with them 10 hours or ride back with them for 10 hours.
Oh.
Because some bands get butthurt because the boss man wants to fly home.
I'd say
he's flying home and we're like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Take his ass to the airport.
Drop the boss, man. Yeah.
Okay. Drop the boss. All right. Royals, Cardinals.
Cardinals. From St.
Cardinals,
Louis.
really? All right. If Royals if Royals are in the World Series, do you root for them? since you went for Cardinals?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I don't have that like rival hatred. I'm like,
because people probably don't know. I probably would have been useful to tell this information before that question. But Nick's from St. Louis area. Okay, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Best podcast. Think about it.
Oh, BadTruth.
Yeah, there you go. It's unanimous. T-Bay, Adam. Be careful here.
What's he gonna do?
Band rescue.
I feel like I've known T-Bay for years, so I have to defer to T-Bay because I've known
yes, sir.
Oh, delete contact for session guitar player.
Oh,
Bam.
no.
No, just kidding.
Man.
Just kidding.
But that's an unfair question. It's terrible.
They're all unfair.
But that one's like ridiculous.
Hey, I've got one.
You want to get on rapid fire?
I want to get it on rapid fire.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
Fiddle player or steel player?
Neither.
Yes.
That
Ding,
was
ding.
correct. We
Right
will
there,
accept
correct
neither.
answer.
All right. I mean, it's called fiddle. That's not even a serious word. They're fiddling.
Exactly.
I mean, think about it. Okay. State that you haven't been to and want to play.
That's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. Oh,
Okay.
Washington. I've never played Seattle. Never been up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
the state
I've been
of Washington.
to like Montana, California, but never been that far.
Okay. Maybe one day. Have you ever been to Europe?
I have. Not playing music, though. Just like in high school.
In high school?
Yeah.
With your parents?
With my dad, yeah.
I guess that's okay.
It was okay. Yeah. It was
Oh,
cool.
so you have a passport?
I do, yeah.
Current passport?
Uh-huh.
All right, cool. That's all I got, Adam.
Can you call yourself an actual musician if you don't own a passport?
If you're a musician and don't have a passport, I'd be scared. I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't hire you.
Doesn't it cost like $200 if you have to do like expedited or something?
Yeah.
Like it's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
If you have the
it's so
expedited
easy to
passport
do.
that you should already had before you were in a band,
Yeah.
Right.
especially in this day and age where they may
Yeah.
not even give them out anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, that's all I had from Bandleader. In case you got any other story, do you have any like horror stories that you want to throw? Because we're getting close to October now, so let's get like a Bandleader horror story, and let's end this one.
I wanted to go back to we kind of brushed over it, the local sound guy and dealing with those guys because we didn't really say much about it, and I think that's a funny topic.
Let's go. Local
like,
sound guy. You're the band leader.
Being band leader, you got to talk to him. It's always the older guy who's like very defensive, and then you can tell like terminology. You might say something that's not very complicated, and then they're like, "Well, we don't do," and I'm like, "Okay, you got to start backpedaling." And like
When he says soundboard,
yeah.
you got a soundboard in there, Adam?
Yeah. Oof.
Or
All right. Well, so that's it?
Or just like, like there'll be little things like, well, it's not working on my end. I'm like, well, it worked every other show we've done this month. I think it's on your, that kind of stuff. But
what else do you want to get off your chest here? This is your chance. You're speaking for not just you, all band leaders
Oh, man.
feel
Yeah.
this pain.
This is a therapy session. It's okay.
If you could fire
Yes.
if you could fire a band and have a whole new band, was that like, do you think you would take that? If you join a band and an artist goes, hey man, whatever you want, you pick the band, I don't care. Because that already happened in your band.
it did, and it was great. Yeah. So
You
yeah,
joined
so
a band as a band leader and it was like Bloody Sunday, whatever it's called.
it got a little rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was,
There was
It was-
blood everywhere.
it was awesome to have that relationship with the artist where he trusted me enough to say like, hey, trust me, this is going to work. And yeah, it was great.
What happened to those guys? You still friends on Facebook with them?
Oh, they don't like me. That's
I wouldn't like you if you did that.
well, I didn't do it.
Is the band better?
Yes.
Okay, then that's what's the sorry.
Yeah.
You can't just get in the band and then quit practicing, quit doing anything. You got to keep up, right?
Yeah, it's growing pains.
You should.
Yeah.
You should keep up. Yeah.
Yeah. Try to be cool.
Yeah.
Anything else? This is it. This is the last chance.
I don't know. I mean, we could. I feel like I'm going to put my foot in my mouth if I start talking too much about band leading stories.
You can be. I'm not saying like throw out stories, but if there was something that you wish band leaders could be, given more leeway on, what would it be?
Learning the songs like the record or like arrangements. Sometimes the artist just has an idea and it's like, okay, you got to do this, but you might think there's a better way, but you got to kind of weigh that and go, okay.
Yeah, you're coming from a guy like you's coming from Berkeley.
Yeah.
actually knows quite a bit of theory and harmony, and then you're working for a guy who has 3 chords in his songs.
Right. And it's a pick your battles kind of thing. You just got to step back. I'm a big fan of like learning the song we talked about this earlier, but like if the record was done well, learn the song like the record, and that's been the easiest part of bandleading. Just
tell guys, hey, start with the record.
Yeah, because there's no discrepancy.
Because if you start by the Dropbox Live thing, now you got derivative of derivative. It's like it's gone down. It's watered down. You got to go back to the source again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, that was a definitive yes by.
Sorry, I was about to.
I'll tell band guys like, hey, let's go back and listen to the record because it's been a year since we've morphed this into something else, and we're like, oh, there's that kick pattern I'm not doing, or oh, this bass, that little stuff like that is pretty interesting.
Is it the band leader's job that when you've got that like next gig is 7 hours away, Texas tour, like to pick the actual restaurant that everybody stops at halfway and like just shut up and you're going to eat here? Is that the band leader's job?
I feel like that's more of like a road manager thing, but
if you don't have a road manager, you're on a van.
Yeah.
You're on a van. You've got this guy here who's kind of picky about his food.
Yeah, T-Bay likes Chipotle and Starbucks and Wi-Fi.
When I was in a band where there was a rotation where everybody, each gig was somebody else's turn to pick the food. We didn't pick the food by the name of the place. It was like the country.
Ah.
Yeah. So it'd be one guy's day, he'd go Italian. Another guy would go, I want like,
a U.S.
Thai food or something. Yeah.
A lot of times I'll find like an area that has a bunch of like decent things and I'll park the van and say, all right, dude, it's 30 minutes.
So you're talking the mall, the food court and the mall.
Yeah.
Everyone wins.
Because someone's going to be like, oh, I don't want this. I don't want that. And it's like, all right, we park here, go do your thing, come back.
We're going to the San Angelo Mall food court.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a sad place.
The dude's going to try to sell me one of them like wind up helicopter things.
I've been to the San Angelo Mall food court actually.
Hi-yo.
We've all been there, dude. All right. Well, Nick, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much, Nick.
This is great.
We'll see how great it is.
Yeah.
Do you have a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff?
Yeah, you're playing for a band, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a Instagram, Gardner87, and then
Gardner87.
Yeah,
has a lot of hoes on that.
Garden joke.
I'm on Facebook as well. No Twitter. I don't do Twitter.
No Twitter, just Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah.
And you're in a band right now.
I'm playing with John Bauman.
And you're leading the band.
Leading the band.
Yeah. When's y'all's next gig? I don't know when this will be out.
Yeah, well.
What's your October dates look like?
October. Let me pull out my calendar. This weekend we're doing Cheatham Street and Sam's Burger Joint.
Yeah, well, this will be out way after that. It's over. Cool.
That's awesome. You guys sounded great at Cheatham Street and Sam's Burger.
Yeah, it's going to go great, man.
October, I don't know. Next week we have a Stubs. Is it going to be out next week?
No, it's going to be a while for this one.
Well, I don't know.
But you know what?
Look at your
you can
November
always
calendar.
You can always put that on your Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
All right. Who has the best Instagram photos? I should have put that on rapid fire.
Out of like anyone in the world?
Remember my Amarillo photo?
No, you've got some great ones. I almost brought that up early on. Have you heard about this one? No. It's like outside Midnight Rodeo Amarillo. We were playing.
That's gone now.
Yeah. Rest in peace. He was like, Amarillo tonight, all these exclamation points, and it was just a picture of all this trash on the side of the road.
It was in their parking lot.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It's a picture of Amarillo.
Sums it up.
All right. We're out of here. Oh, yeah. Wait. Where are we on? You can listen to, iTunes? What are we, Apple Podcasts now?
iTunes.
I think that's what they call it now.
Yeah, they're changing shit up.
Apple Podcasts, Stitcher.
Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, no SoundCloud.
Okay, we're done with that now?
Well, they won't let us do it because they want us to pay money.
What about why can't we get on Spotify?
Why can't we? Well,
I thought you got the Spotify connection.
So did I.
We got some caps. I think, dude, I have 4 left.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm
Message
gonna do with those.
T-Bay on at BadTruth Podcast on your Twitter or your Instagram.
And Facebook.
And
I'll try to find more overweight dudes doing what was that guy doing? Sewing?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What's that thing called though? He was knitting.
The
dude was knitting in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
I did
that
see
was
that.
amazing.
I think they were shorts.
That's fantastic.
They were huge white knitted shorts. In a coffee place. He was looking right at me, and I had my camera out. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm taking a picture of you. That's what I'm doing right now. Look at me.
Don't judge him. Judge Judy.
Can I go now?
It's time to get out of here. All right. Follow us. Bye.